have created one more CDS view with parameter.
Okay.
Both are basic. One is from VBAK, one is from VBAB.
Okay.
And using association, I have created one more and combined these two basic views.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. And I'm facing problem with the parameters. I'm getting errors like in the association too. I
You
am
cannot,
giving.
in associations, you cannot use a CDS of type parameter.
Then how we pass the parameters of both
No,
in one
no,
CDS?
there is no limitation. Associations, if you are linking a CDS of type with association, it should not be a CDS with parameter. You should use like any type of join or anything. Okay.
Yes.
Basically, you are calling multiple CDSs means it should be like a joins itself. You know, associations will not have option of parameter passing. Hope it's clear.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so we discussed this all CDSs guys, all these things from based on the tables, which are the tables you have been referred, it has been differed. Okay, now whenever you create a CDS guys, okay, basically for example this is the CDS. Okay, let's see it. It is on the VBAK, all these things fine. When I go to here, I'm just going to backend system. Okay, I'm going to S11, clicking on display. See here, there is a field called key. Automatically a key is defined. Only mandat MNDT has been defined. There is no other keys which are specified as a part of this CDS, because in the CDS you have not specified any key. Okay, now if I going to specify, okay, this particular, whenever you create a CDS, how you define a keys to the table, in a similar pattern you need to define a keys to the CDS also guys. Okay, it is not like in the CDS if you specify key means it is not like it is avoiding a duplications. Whenever you are using this particular CDS as a part of third party system, then or it is using as a consumption of OData, if there is no key then it is not going to work. Okay, and basically if you are getting data from this particular tables, you know what is the keys. Okay, based on the keys, no, you know which records will be unique, which records will be unique. So whatever the keys which you want to specify for the CDS, that field should be at the top of the list. That field should be top of the list. For example, in my requirement I need to make these two fields as a key, because this is a sales order. I know VBL and POSNR are the keys. You can specify apart from this, even though it is not a key field in the database, still you can specify a key as a part of this CDS. Okay, now to specify any field as a key, simply use a keyword key. Simply use a keyword key. That's it. I'm going to specify key. That's it. Okay, simply save it and activate it. Now in this you created a CDS. In the CDS these are the two key fields. These are the key fields. Again, CDS is not going to store any database. It is retrieving the data from the database tables. It is not like if you specify a key, means it is not, it is avoiding a duplicates. No, it is not going to do, because if table has duplicates it will bring it guys. Here you are specifying a key for the PDS, so it is used, it is assumed as based on the key fields there will be a unique record. Okay, now if I go to the backend table, okay, now clicking on display, automatically a key will be created. See here, a view field, I specified a key, then automatically this has been checked. Okay, so it is always recommended whenever you create a CDS, always 99%, okay, you have to specify the key person. Okay, some cases you, even though it doesn't specify also it will work. Only thing is if you want to expose that CDS to any of the third party system, or you want to use as a part of OData, then it will not work as expected. It will not even work if there is no key field. It is not even work if there is no key field guys. Okay, now apart from this particular table keys. Like for example, I written on VBAP, so I know in VBAP the key fields are VBL and POSL, so I made a key. Apart from that, also you can make any other field as a key, guys. Doesn't going to give any warning or error. See, I'm making material also keyword. Now saving it and clicking on activate. So now the activated. Now if you see here, go back and just displaying it. So obviously see, our material is also made as a key field. Now it is been creating a key, even if I specified here key, and it is reflecting in the backend SQL. It is reflecting in the backend SQL. Okay, it is reflecting in the backend SQL. Due to which reason? There is an annotation called ABAP catalog preserve key. ABAP catalog preserve key. Okay, so this annotation, guys, this annotation is used to preserve the key. Okay, it is used to preserve the key in the SQL view. Okay, it is used to preserve the SQL view. In simple words, this annotation is set only if it is set only, then keys will be created based on the CDS view in the backend SQL view. In the backend SQL view, for example, I am going to remove this particular annotation. I'm going to remove this annotation. I'm commenting, guys. I'm commenting that annotation and activating it. It is a standardly generated annotation. Now I'm just doing a commenting of that annotation. Now see here, I'm going back, clicking on display. See here, material key has been removed. Even though I specified here material, even though I specified a key is of type material, it has been removed. Okay, give me a minute, guys. Just a minute. Sorry, guys. So even though I specified here field as key, then this particular, okay, in the backend it has been removed. Initially I showed with annotation it has been created. Now it is not creating. But how it is creating? This too has been done. Why it is not creating? Because this properties, since I specified here key, okay, for this too also I specified as a key. Basically the table which I used, the properties are inherited. Okay, in the table VBAP also there is a field called, this particular two fields are key, so this is doesn't influenced by our preserved key. This is not influencing by preserved key. Even though there is no annotation, this is getting preserved of the fields which are part of table. In the table, whichever the key fields are there, if you specify that as a CDS, in the CDS also if you specify, then if this annotation is there or not, it is going to store in the view. But the fields which are not part of key fields as a part of tables, that if you specify here, if that is to be stored as a part of table, then you need to have an annotation ABAP catalog preserve key. Okay, that is the purpose of this annotation. So basically whenever you create a CDS, automatically this annotation will be generated. So you are not going to change it. Okay, simply here the purpose of this annotation is it is used to store, or it is used to set the key fields in the SQL view. In simple words, is it clear or not, guys? Okay, any questions on this? Okay, so this is the way we have to create any of the CDS. Okay, whenever you create a CDS, always recommended way used to specify key, guys, based on your requirement, based on the requirement. Okay, now today I'm going to discuss couple of the functions, guys. Okay, I'm going to discuss couple of the standard functions which are part of the CDS which we can use it. Okay, what are these? We can see. I'll show you. Okay, give me a minute. So functions, guys. Okay. So there are n number of inbuilt functions, guys. We'll discuss as much as possible. Okay. We have numeric functions, we have string functions, we have date functions, we have time functions, conversion functions. There are n number of inbuilt functions which are part of the CDS. So using that functions, you can do your calculations, you can do your operations based on the requirement. Like example, I've shown you in the writing of select statement, like concatenate, or sorry, concatenation. We are doing a case thing. That is one logical related. Okay, division, multiplication is nothing but functions, guys. Same similar way in the CDS also we can do all types of functions, guys. Okay, for example, first I'm going with then numeric functions, means related to number. Okay, numeric functions, numeric functions. Now in this we have different things, guys. So first just I'm giving a things, guys. ABS, okay, represents for absolute value. ABS represents for absolute value, guys. Okay, ABS represents for absolute value, means if any value which is of type minus or anything, then it will be converting into positive. That is the ABS, absolute value. Okay, so this simply you can use function ABS followed by your field one, any field, okay, in the CDS. So automatically it converts absolute value of that particular field. Okay, next, seal. Seal, okay, it is used to, again same, seal is used to specify, convert the number to nearest upper number, rounding. Okay, it is used to round to nearest upper number, guys. Next value, okay, seal. Okay, simply again for this also you can use seal followed by no space field. You can specify which, for which field you are going to specify seal. This function should be applicable only in case of numeric functions, guys. Okay, anything related to quantity, amount, floating, integer point, then only this function should be used. Okay, you cannot apply these functions on character type of fields, it will give error. Okay, not compatible. Okay, next, division. I can specify division, again you know it is used to divide the value. Okay, the functions is divide followed by field 1 comma field 2. It is nothing but field 1 by field 2. It behaves like an field 1 by field 2. Okay, next we have one more with division, guys. The full function, one more division. Okay, here also the same thing, division. Okay, field 1 comma field 2, argue nothing but what are the fields, which field 1 divided by field 2 comma in output you want in how many decimals. Okay, you need to specify decimals in output, how many decimals you want after division, the remainder value. Okay, or you quotient value in how many decimals you want, so that you need to specify in decimals. I want 2 decimals, 3 decimals, that depends on your requirement, guys. Okay, followed by next, floor. Okay, here seal is to convert to nearest upper value, floor is used to round to the nearest lower value. Okay, nearest lower value, these are inbuilt functions, guys. Field. Okay, similarly you have mod. We generally use in our regular ABAP statements also. Mod, it is used to specify, it is used to use the remainder, guys. Mod. Okay, field 1 by field 2 it will be. Okay, so this way it will be. Finally there is one more function which is round. It is used to round the values to the nearest value. It may be upper or lower, it may be upper or lower, doesn't matter, round. Okay, you can specify the field 1. Okay, and followed by you need to specify decimal. Means to which decimal you want to write. For example, my value is 5.666. Okay, 5.666. I want to round to two decimals. Okay, I want to round to two decimals, or I want to round to one decimal. Then you need to specify to which decimal. Okay, one decimal, zero decimals means regular value. Okay, that way you need to specify round followed by the decimal, to which decimal you have to round it. Okay, here whereas seal and floor, it doesn't care about round or it doesn't care about the decimals. It simply converts to next upper value. Seal, it will convert to next lower value. That is the numeric functions, guys. These are the standard inbuilt numeric functions. Okay, so this we all will use as a part of our programs, guys. Most of the things we'll try to cover. Okay, but I'm just giving you. Okay, next we'll go through string functions. Okay, string functions. First one, concatenate. Okay, to do it, concat. Okay, concat. So here you have to specify two variables. Minimum to concatenate, you have to specify two variables. Okay, followed by field 1 comma field 2. These two will be concatenated. These two will be concatenated, guys. Okay, concatenate. Okay, next we have one more function, concatenate. Concat with space. With the space. Okay, same, guys. Okay, same here also it comes with spaces. Okay, here you can specify. Oh, concat followed by with the space. Okay, followed by I need to specify field 1 for comma field 2 and comma number of spaces. With how many spaces you need to separate? X, Y, Z, any number you can specify. Number, spaces, number. Spaces number means between the fields I need to have 3 spaces. Then I need to use spaces, guys. I need to use spaces. Okay, fine. Now next we'll go to the length. Length, it is used to count the length of your string. It is used to give the count the length of the string. Okay, simply followed by length and followed by the field. Anything, just field. Okay, for which field you want to count the length of that particular value. Okay, likewise you can specify. Next, here you can specify lower comma or upper, guys, to convert the case. If you want to convert any of the values field, you can use lower and upper to convert the case. To convert the case. Okay, you can use lower or upper, your wish. Okay, depending on your requirement, guys. Okay, next we have a field called left. Okay, and in similar pattern we have a right. Right, it is used to shift the value. It is used to shift the value, guys. Means right alignment, shift the value to right, shift the values to left. Okay, simply if I specify left followed by field, okay, comma, specify the number of spaces, number of shifts you want, number. Okay, example I am going to specify here 3. Means for example your value is ABC3, ABCDF. Okay, shift 3 left I said. Okay, for example, just giving an example, ABCDEF. Later this is my value. Example, I specified shift 3 left, so obviously this will go and it will be DEF. It will be DEF. Okay, likewise left right shift, we have left and right shift. Okay. Next, we have LPAD and RPAD. Padding of value. Okay, LPAD and RPAD. Nothing but if you want to add any of the value as an substring, as a sub to the value or after that value, then you can use LPAD or RPAD. Okay, adding of some zeros or anything XYZ I need to add before this value, then you can use LPAD, RPAD, prefix or suffix. Okay. Next, you can use one more is substring. Substring. Okay, this function is used like an offset value. If we want to get from a set of character which is the length of 10 characters, I need to get last 3 characters, or I need to get last between 5 characters. Okay, it is like an out of length of 18, first 10 characters I need it acts like an substring. It is used to get like an it is used to get an offset values. It is used to get like an offset values. Okay, so now this substring can be used in any of your, this is mostly useful guys, because in general we use regular offset values. Okay, in regular offset values. Okay, to use this, okay, substring followed by, you need to specify field, which field you want to specify, comma, position. Okay, from which position you want that subset. For example, position, comma, what is the length you want, what is the length you want. Nothing but this is simply equal to field plus pos followed by length, offset value. This is to get the offset value guys. It is used to get offset value. Substring, it is used to get offset value. Okay, it is used to get offset value, substring. Okay, next we have function module rt, rtrim. Okay, tr and ltrim, left trim and right trim guys. Rtrim means left trim and right trim. Simple in word itself, it shows, it specifies that it will trim your value based on the number of characters you specify, based on the number of characters you specified. Okay, r trim, l trim, left trim, right trim. Wherever there is a left, there will be right. See here, left, right, left pad, right pad. This will be shift the values, here trimming of values. So depends on your requirement, you need to use it guys. Next we have replace. Okay, replace is used to specify a, as to replace the passing value in your target field. Okay, generally you need to specify replace field 1. Okay, here in this field you have to replace. Okay, then you need to specify first field 1. Okay, and you need to specify which field you want to replace and with what field. Okay, which field you want, which value you want to. Okay, I want to replace xyz followed by, I need to replace with abc. Okay, abc, like this. This is my target source in which I want to replace. What value I want to replace? I want to replace xyz. With what value I need to replace abc. Okay, likewise you need to specify guys. Any questions on this? Any questions? Next, final one, insert. Yes, okay, insert. It is used to insert any of your value to your string. It is used to insert the value into string. Basically this function can be achieved this also guys. Like you want to add to left or right or anything, and generic function insert, in place of say this string I want to replace it, insert it, something like that. Okay, insert is also used. So these are the character functions guys, but still apart from that we have few more things that we'll discuss at the time of doing it guys. Any questions on this till this point? Okay. Now, in similarly, we have like date and time functions. We have conversion functions. All these things, guys. Okay. Different things we have as a part of things. Okay. Conversion means you want to define this value to floating to decimal, decimal to floating. The type of conversions we have it, guys. Depends on the thing. So basically, conversions will be done using a keyword, using a keyword cast, using a keyword cast case. Okay, cast is a used to do the conversions. Okay, so means once after doing a calculations, the final field in which format you want, you can use this particular operation cast. It can be used for any character field, or it can be used for quantity, amount field, or anything. Okay, fine. So here basically, whenever you specify cast, you need to specify target data type. It is of type quantity, it is type of amount, it is type of what we say uh, uh, characters. Okay, then in that case, when you are specifying, as I said, you need to specify abab dot, okay, char of 10 my, then this particular, how to use this we'll see in as a part of CDS. I'm just explaining about the keyword cast case. Okay, so abab dot char. So now my target field is of type character, which is of length 10, which is of length 10. In similarly, you can specify anything, guys. Okay, abab dot quantity, okay, followed by 13 comma 3. Whenever you specify quantity or decimals, you need to specify decimal values also. Here about this should be of type quantity field, then the total length is 13. Out of this 3 are decimals. How you create your data element in S11 similarly. Okay, similarly abab dot, this is for quantity. How to specify for amount? Abab dot currency, followed by, I can specify whatever the value I want. I can specify like this. Okay, similarly, if you don't want quantity or currency, it is general decimal fields, it is general decimal field, that's fine. Abab dot decimals, whatever you want. Okay, like abab dot integer, abab dot integer, I can specify int of length, abab dot integer. Okay, like this you can specify whichever the data element you want at the time of doing conversions, calculations, and targeting source to store as this particular thing. Okay, similarly we have one more function. We have, generally this will not be used, guys. This cast is regularly used, but the function which I'm specifying now, it is not used, but sometimes depends on your requirement. But I'm saying float to decimals, float to decimals, to convert the floating value into decimal values. Basically this function will be used when you are handling in general requirement is like characteristics of material quant. This will be stored as a mm, in different tables as a part of decimals. If the type of characteristic is of type number, okay, then it will be storing as a floating value. But when you get into output, I want to get it and converted into regular decimal values, it will shows on the screen. So then I can use this particular, guys, float to decimal, float to decimal. Okay, any questions on this till this point? Okay, and here there are some inbuilt functions, guys. There are some inbuilt functions. Okay, unit conversion, like if I want to convert a quantity unit from kgs to lbs, okay, that can be done using unit conversions. Guys, it is used to convert regular quantity unit of measures, not the material quantity of unit of measure. There is a limit, there is a difference, guys. For example, kg to lb, it's an universal conversion. Okay, or lb to kg, example I'm giving, universal conversion. Kg to grams or liters to some other things. Okay, that is a regular Universal conversions which are maintained as a part of your SAP tables. For example, there is a material. I want to convert eaches to cases. No, that will not work. Cases to pallet. That is what material specific conversions. So that cannot be used with this. Unit conversion clearly specifies unit conversions from one unit to another unit. Okay, not regular specific to material related conversions, material quantity conversions. No, not like cases to eaches to pallet. That will not work with this. It is only for conversions of unit. For example, kg to lbs to some others xx, which is part of quantity conversions calculations, which is part of quantity conversion calculations. Okay. In similarly, we have unit conversion. And similarly, obviously, we should have currency conversion. Currency conversion. We'll all use these things, guys. Whichever is important, we all things we use. Currency conversions. So currency conversions, again, it is used to convert from one currency to another currency. For example, USD to euro, USD to euro to INR. Thus, assuming the conversion rate is maintained in backend table. Assuming the conversion rate is maintained in backend tables, guys. Simply, guys, same thing. You're also, if you are doing conversion exit, it is our built-in functions. It is nothing but SAP function modules, guys. It is nothing but SAP function modules. Okay, where it is used as a part of CDS. As a part of CDS. Clear, guys, till this point? Okay. Fine. Next, date functions, guys. Okay, date functions. Okay, specific, these functions will only applicable between for the dates. Okay, now first one, dates underscore is valid. Here, this function is used to check is the provided date, the value which is coming, is valid or not. Is valid or not means date format which is entered, it may be valid or may not be valid. So it is used to check this particular date format which is there is valid or not. Right? If it is valid, it will specify like an success value. Okay, like initial value. If no, if it is error, it returns like a fail. It returns like a fail. If there is no errors, means if it is valid error, then it will return as an initial value, or the date value will be written. Date value will be written. If that is date is not valid, then it will give as an fail. It will give as an return message fail. Okay. This is for dates to check is a date format is provided is an valid or not, guys. Okay. Next, regularly used it. This one, date days between. Okay, this function is used to calculate number of days between the dates. So you need to pass date 1 comma date 2, date 1 minus date 2. It does date 1 minus date 2. Okay, days between the dates. Regularly used function model, number of different dates. Between the dates. Okay, similarly we have dates add days. This is to add number of days to the date. Add number of days to the date. Okay, similarly add dates, add months. That's your wish which you want it. Add months. Okay, add months. So this is to add the number of months to the date which you provide. Okay, if you want to do some other calculations, then as a on part of date, these are the inbuilt things which you can use it, guys. Any questions on this? Okay, fine. Similarly, for time, you have only one function, guys. Okay, generally based, we will not do any calculations on the time. So is time for this, it just to check is a format time is valid or not. Just we have TMS under